Hey collective, we're going to take a look at this brother, okay? We're going to see what's going on with your brother. Alright, give me the brother please. Where is the brother right now before I start this read? Child, shame comes out. Your brother could be hiding that they're ashamed of something, right? And once I get into the read, you will see where that is relative. Give me more for this brother please. Give me more for this brother. What else do we need to know? Somebody's hiding shame. For some of you guys, your brother's not ashamed at all. But according to the text, yes, your brother is ashamed. So they're hiding it from you guys. That's probably why you're not hearing from them. Intrusive thoughts. They don't want anybody to know that they were being intrusive or trying to get into what you were doing, or they don't want anybody to... I feel like this person's all cuddled up now, trying to protect their own energy because they don't want people to look and see what's going on with them. Shame comes out reverse. They're hiding it. Intrusive thoughts. They don't want anybody to know what it is they're thinking. I do get, for some of you guys, there's this energy of ooh-eyed. It comes up for some of your brothers. That's the energy that I'm getting. There's something where this person failed to think about what it is they did. Alright? Because I feel like this brother figure did something. Otherwise, they wouldn't show up in the read. They wouldn't show up in the energy. Your brother, whoever this brother is, they could be a Virgo. I do have Virgo popping up quite a bit. Alright? Somebody's brother could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody could be a Leo. Does not have to be. Other signs will come up. This is more about the story of what's going on with the brother. They know that this situation is not going to be, you can't resolve it. There's no way to resolve this situation. It feels like there's no way to repair this situation. This person is no longer crossing their hands. This person tried to interrupt your dreams. I feel like there's an element of laziness. Lazy, child, and this person is facing some sort of anxiety, this brother. So they're hiding their shame. They don't want anybody to know what they're thinking. They're hiding their shame because they were intrusive to you. I feel like this brother overstepped their boundaries. This brother is now sitting in shame, anxiety. They're hopeless. I feel a spirit of ooh-eye for some of these brothers out here. All right, so we got that comes up. We have the magician that comes up. So the way I look at this card, please, excuse me. The way I look at these cards here, this is this Virgo energy coming up, or your brother could have worked with a Virgo or a Gemini on something to complete something. The magician card is you being a creator, a manifestor, whatever it is that you want. The magician is upright, so it also tells me that this brother reached out to people. Maybe you guys are, and let me just call off the signs that I named off. There's a possibility you had two significant Virgos in your life. Maybe you had a Leo in your life. Yep, Leo comes up twice. So I feel like whatever this is, it was definitely something with a Virgo and a Leo here. But it could have been two Virgos, and I'm not sure of the sign of your brother. Alright? But this is somebody here who took some sort of action to communicate his thoughts and ideas. Now notice right now, he's keeping his thoughts to himself with this intrusive thoughts reverse. This brother initially took action to communicate his thoughts and ideas to a Virgo or to somebody, right? This brother was the inventor of something. That means he gave birth to some idea, which makes him the magician. It was something that he was trying to create, right? It's focused. I was focused on what I was doing. I was focused on making sure what I wanted became some sort of a reality. I feel this element of selfishness, possessiveness, right? This person wanted to turn whatever it is they had in their head into reality, whether it was realistic or not. This is your brother, right? So what we have here, this person is the inventor. Your brother could have traveled somewhere, because this is about the traveler. When your brother took some sort of a travel trip or something like that, there's a possibility the trip was taken to meet up with other people, right, to get this done. So there's something about traveling here, and his confirmation action was taken. Your brother did travel somewhere, all right? It says that your brother could be self-employed, or maybe he calls himself self-employed. In some cases, your brother could be jobless. Right? He could be picking up bags from the corner, dropping them off to people, and he considers it a job when really he's doing tasks. Something about tasks, right? So something that is not reliable work. Some of them could genuinely be unemployed. I don't want to say. Some of them could genuinely be self-employed. I keep getting on. I feel like your brother's a bum. I feel like he's a bum, but I don't know. Maybe he's self-employed and he does well, but the way I'm looking at it right now, I don't know. He took his time to do something, way too much time to do something, so he came up with some sort of an idea. Your brother was a procrastinator, but he let it go for a second, and he took some kind of action towards something. For some of you guys, there's something that your brother's hiding with a house sale, Something about a house sale that was completed by your brother, or your brother opted to remodel something. He could be in a remodeling business. He could have paid for this remodeling. There's something where your brother may have gotten a new job too. So he goes from self-employed or no job, right, to being employed by somebody else is what I'm getting here. When he remodeled this house, or when he bought this brand new house, or when he stole this house from you, your brother was living on a high hog. It says he was having lots of visitors. He was living it up. It also goes on to say that while he was living it up, and the reason why he was living it up is because he gained some new employment. There was a new avenue of finances, money that came in for your brother. So he opted to remodel this house, do it on up, or he sold the house to get some money. Any way you put it, he had the money to remodel, or he knew the people to remodel, because remember, he reaches out to contacts. He reaches out to contacts as far back as wherever. Every job, if he had any job he ever had, any high school buddy, any college buddy, right? Any contacts that this person has, your brother, and anybody that he feels he can utilize to get his, whatever, this mission or his whatever he wants to accomplish, his goal, whatever he has to do to get it done, he's willing to do it. He's willing to travel, which he did, right? He's willing to entertain at the house. He had lots of visitors over there showing off everything that he stole. Oh yeah, this is how I'm living, right? And somebody gave him a job. Now, if you take a look at this brother's resume, you're going to see gaps and holes. He's going to say he was self-employed when really he had no job. So look for stuff like that. When you guys come across this brother, if you're an employer, you really want to probe those gaps in the resume, because there'll be some interesting stories there, especially when you run the background check. We have the Hermit energy that comes up, right? So remember, this brother was having lots of visitors, employment. He had new employment. And also remember, he's now sitting in shame. He doesn't want anybody to know what he's thinking. He is holding his energy in, trying to balance it out, but for evil, not for good. He's not doing it for the good of humanity. He's doing it for the good of himself. He's trying to mask or cover up what he's going through, what he's feeling, right? So we have your brother now trying to take some sort of a different approach, and we're not sure why he's feeling like that now. Why you shame all of a sudden, right? They're taking some sort of a different approach. This brother is now standing back. He's still planning, but he's standing back. Right now, he's moving in the dark. Remember, he was moving outright, and he was taking trips, and he was doing da-da, living it on up. But all of a sudden, hermit mode. Now, we can get into that later, but the hermit, in this case, he's taking some sort of a different approach. I'm not as involved. I'm not as active. I'm moving in the dark. I am researching in isolation. I am avoiding making big decisions at this time. I am moving back, not doing anything. What I am doing, though, because I'm not taking any action, I'm actually developing some sort of a course. So somebody should be, or could be, developing a course. This is a course of education, it seems, because it does mention education. It also goes on to say he could be working with a mentor, or this brother figure could be a mentor. I'm not sure who this person is mentoring, but I would assume it's in the realm of, I don't know, it could be magicians, people who practice magic, if you will. It could be some form of witchcraft. There are some cards that suggest even if the magician card is not reversed, it's still considered witchcraft, which I feel like this is what this is. But to keep it in context, this person reached out to all the contacts they know. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry, they reached out to your friends, their friends, X, this and that, like a real narcissist trying to paint some sort of a picture or narrative. This is who this brother is. So your brother's now researching. They're developing some sort of a course. Now, as far as I know, from what I see, this brother doesn't have any credentials to build any kind of course, but whatever. This feels like the energy that has not worked a day in their life, but what they can do, I guess, is teach you how to be a criminal, so I'm not sure who they're mentoring, all right? But they could have gone to some sort of guide with this hermit card here, all right? Somebody could be guiding him. This is your brother taking time from his normal routine and processing his thoughts and feelings. So I feel like during this time of isolation, your brother is processing some thoughts. They don't want anybody to know what they're going through. They're ashamed. They're hiding in the dark. For some of you guys, it's also, we're just going to leave it there. Somebody's in hermit energy right now. They're processing their thoughts, their feelings. They could be using a therapist, a counselor, because that's also what the hermit is. It is somebody seeking some sort of counsel as well. So your brother could be doing that, right? To deal with this shame, to deal with them not wanting anybody to see them, and The thing is, the anxiety part, they can't hide it. It's out, it's open. This person can't even walk down the stairs without shaking, right? I feel paranormal activities. I feel like their body's looking different, either gaining weight, losing weight, face dragging, right? For some of you guys, this brother might have some bodily pain, right? They might have something up with the legs. There could be something with the arms, some body aches or something like that, right? We also have here this brother in this King of Pentacles energy. This brother has emotional vulnerabilities. It says that he's volatile. He's also secretive right now. And this is what I was telling you guys about. It's funny that this shame card came out, because if you look at the text, it says secretive, he's volatile, he is secretive, he is ashamed. He is uncomfortable. He's not talking to you. He's not talking to other people. He has disappeared, not only from you, but from others. He is actually blaming other people for his predicament, although he is the one who is the inventor. So I don't know if he's blaming these other people for not pulling off the plan the way he wanted. I don't know. But what it does say is he's the inventor of this, right? It also says he's hiding in shame right now. For some of you guys, this brother could be locked up. For some of you, you actually have a brother who is in jail planning, right? Yeah, I got a sister to live on this street, and I know they got a jailhouse on that street, right? A recovery house, a jailhouse, what they call them halfway house. Yeah, one on her street. Y'all should look at her, stalk her, da-da-da. But he failed to tell these people, but the sister don't give no fucks. And if they come up to the sister, then they gonna get their skulls cracked, right? So he forgot to tell y'all that. So I guess I gotta tell you for them, all right? And like I said, y'all can steer from up that house 111. Okay? You can do all you want, but you come over this motherfucker, you already know what it is. Okay, everything here is recorded. So this brother figure decided to reach out to people on your street. Now, he did it in the dark. One of the things that we need to point out about this brother figure is that this brother figure was already under some sort of an investigation. This brother could have been under investigation for benefits from the United States government with the Hermit card. All right? Those talk about government benefits. The Hermit card in traditional tarot shows us somebody looking down with a light bulb. They're researching something in silence, and there are some cards that show you there's a tree, right? And there's somebody looking. So the watchers got watchers. They're looking down at the brother doing the research, right? What does that mean? That means that this brother's going online and researching different things, or taking things out of the library, or, you know, just looking up different stuff, reaching out to different people. Mind you, this brother is already under investigation. What does that mean? That means that the United States government, or whatever government you come from, if they're about their serious business, which unfortunately a lot of people are questioning the status of where we are in our country, in the United States. We don't know where things are with the government. Straight up, there's no need for us to lie, pretend. Nobody knows what's going on with the government, right? But one thing I continuously tell you guys is you have to believe that there are people in the government that have integrity, that work with integrity. You have two governments, right? Don't they say one is a shadow government? But your brother was under some sort of an investigation here. They were already looking when he made these plans, right? All right, they were looking when he got this new house, right? When he sold this house, when he got that house money. The thing is, was the house his that he sold? Somebody sold some property that most likely was not theirs. There was something shady behind it, but they got away with it. So they felt like, yeah, I got away with this. I got away with that PPP money. I got away with using, maybe, for instance, Zen Romance Tarot. I filled out some fake paperwork, da-da-da, and I was able to buy this house, or I was able to sell this house and flip it and get another one. There was something going on like that with this brother, all right, where there was something that was false, but this brother was already under some sort of investigation. So to the government, this is just, wow, this brother's got a lot of nerve, right? To the government, right, they're like, yeah, just let this guy keep going, because the thing is, when we go to try this brother, it's going to be easy. We're going to say, we saw you with that, so they can get you on whatever they want. Judge, or whoever you are that's going to preside over this, I suggest the maximum sentence, okay? Maximum sentence for this brother, okay? Because this brother's a piece of shit, and he's been cheating the government for years, and you know it. And he's still running around acting like he's fancy free, but something sat his little behind down, huh? He's hopeless. He don't want nobody to know what he's thinking after all of this calling up folks and, oh, I'm going to call up this one and tell him, oh, my sister's a piece of shit. When really you the piece of shit who ain't worked a day in your life. You're a lazy piece of shit. So is your wife. So is your stepson. All of them people is lazy thieves, okay? The Leolas, the Marquises, all lazy pieces of shit. All right? And he trying to impress these people that don't give no fucks about him. That girl brought home a doggone Chinese baby and they both black. So sit that as down, right? But when you dealing with an insecure, that's the type of shit that they gonna do. All right? So your brother might be locked up in jail, planning with some jailbirds, planning with the COs, right? After they done all this. Some of these brothers are in jail already. Some of them are not. But notice they're not taking any action right now because they're in hermit. Some of them are in jail. They can't take any action. All they can do is pass notes in the cell. Tell your boy to go to the doctor. And it's all recorded. Everybody sees everything, right? So when we start putting, I don't know. When we start moving, that's when the COs get the conversations. These COs are already under investigation, right? It's only going to get worse, COs, if you keep working with these people, right? These inmates. You keep doing this shit, you're going to be out of a job too. And you're going to be right behind bars with them planning, right? But you got me and other people out here telling what you're doing. So all you're going to do is sit in jail. Your plan is not going to work. Especially when the folks out here ain't even scared of these people. Like if somebody from 111 come down here, do you know how fast they going to get laid the fuck down? Everybody on this street already know what it is with me. All right, so everybody, they already know. One step, you step wrong. You already know what it is. They already know. I ain't worried about it. These people all involved with it anyway. So I ain't worried about it. I 100% trust in my abilities. And obviously the United States government does too. As well as every government in the world. That's because I don't get up and lie. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. And this motherfucker right here, who's a dropout loser, who ain't worked in over 30-something years, all right, insecure, letting women give him diseases, and he's secretly gay. Okay, come out and live your truth now, sir. We want you to come on out. So you listening to people like this, and you got me under surveillance, and let me tell you, you already know what it is. You already know you sued. And the thing is, if you don't give me my money, you already know what's coming. It's already been happening to you. Death is in the air. It's already there. It's all natural. See, the thing is, you cannot fight God. You cannot. You cannot fight an ocean. You can't fight God. You keep trying to fight prophecies. You keep trying to cover up for pieces of shit who are pedophiles. I mean, I got the nigga's diary right here. If you like, I mean, I'll be happy to read that shit. But we gonna save some of that. So in any case, right, we have here somebody stepped out of their normal routine. In some cases because they had to. In some cases it was just to do research because they knew it was getting too hot. Way too hot, right? So the King of Pentacles, this brother with his emotional issues, he comes across as very emotional, volatile, secretive, walking in shame, living in shame. He disappeared. Not only from you, but from the friends, the family, right? He refuses to take responsibility for something that he's done. Blames others for his current predicament, all right? This brother has destructive behavior patterns. Y'all been investigating this man. You already know what his patterns are. You know he loves his fishing trips. Put on his little hats with the little kids, whatever he be doing up in Rhode Island. Don't play with me, all right? And I got all his stuff right over here. So if you need DNA samples, trust me, he got dirty clothes up there, okay? Because I went up there and I saw them in the garbage bag. They ain't been washed. So if you're looking for DNA samples, feel free to come get this shit. Okay? Don't play with me. And I'm not coming up off this shit. Now, I done gave you a break, and I'm just doing a read on the brother, and I'm just telling you what's coming out. And I'm just giving you examples of what's going on in my life so you can take them and see if it applies to your life, right? Because some of this stuff is going on. They pick the loser brother in every scenario. They always pick, they almost say like they pick the loser kid. Like this kid is a genetic fuck up, right? A complete loser. He's lazy like his mother. He don't work. He's a piece of shit, right? He's over licking asses of people that don't give no fucks about him. Otherwise, that wife wouldn't have done that, correct? All right? So he wanted them, simp is that be over there, whatever. And the thing is, I can see if the family respected you. Them people ain't got no respect for you. All right? A man that steps into a family who is appreciative of it, we would love for you to do that, right? But unfortunately, you got these men to get caught up with these garbage families, and it's like you don't have no identity. You let the girl do whatever she want. She's shaming you all up and down the street, right? All right, you touching the kids or whatever you got going on. You got naked hoes in the front pew, right? But that's what your mother's a whore. So, I mean, that's what you like. Usually if your mama's a whore, you like whores. I guess that's how it goes. I don't know. Or in some cases, you could grow up a nice boy or girl, right? And you're attracted to something completely different from what your mother is, right? It's kind of like that scenario, why do you drink? Like, you know, why don't you drink? Because my dad's an alcoholic. Or why do you drink? Because my dad's an alcoholic. That's why I do or I don't. So you can look at it from that perspective also. Glass half full. But this person here that shows up in this read's got behavioral patterns that are off. Destructive behavior. This person's a chauvinist. This person is also a gambler. Like, some of y'all might have a brother who's a preacher. He's off gambling in the casino. I know y'all was supposed to do that when you were a preacher. You up gambling at the casinos, having sex with children, having sex with different people. You come back sick in this read. All right? There's some other things that I got going on over here I ain't said nothing about. You come back sick in this read. So you're diseased up, continually sleeping around, and blaming other people for your predicament. It says here that your greed got you here, brother. Something with your greed, you're materialistic, a chauvinist, a gambler. You're bad with money, and you exploit people, right? So you're going to step on in, oh, I'm so-and-so's brother. See, the thing is, he always done that. Every school I ever went to, he would, oh, I'm so-and-so's brother, trying to get clout off my name. I went to a community college for 2 years, right? He was all up and down. I'm up his brother. I'm up. Why can't you just say who you is, nigga? Like, why can't you use who you is to get shine? That's because you're a genetic fuck up and you're a loser. You're a loser like your mother. So now you exploiting people and everything you did all over these years because you mad, because you ain't finished shit. I'm surprised you finished high school, you loser. You're a loser. You are. You're a complete loser and the FBI is looking at you and then you lied on Bernard and said it was him. Nigga, it was you. You know it was you. And the thing is, the feds got my house surrounded, nigga. So it's like they see you lying. So I can't wait for you because it looked like you about to try and kill yourself anyway. I ain't looked at the news. This nigga could be dead already. Right? I ain't going to your funeral, so I don't give a fuck what happened to you. You already know that. But I'm just here to talk shit and tell you what it is. So you in shame, anxiety, you diseased up. Your nuts got bumps all over it, right? You know, your little AIDS test came back positive, right? You ain't feeling too good. Your wife is a hoe, all right? You broke. Your wife is a hoe, all right? Your mother's crazy. Your sister's a hoe. All y'all's all diseased up. Why would I want to fuck with you? You ain't using my name no more. But it's been years and years, and the feds have already gone back and spoken to these people, and these people have said, yeah, he was going to that community college and he came up to us at the Black Student Union and said, oh, I'm up his sister trying to get shine off my name, nigga. You a hater. You always been one. And now you going to sit your ass in jail. You going to love it there. You can get up and preach with your Bible while you bend over and got some nigga fucking you from the back. How about that? Look back at it, motherfucker, and you deserve it. Now, I want you to keep some shit in mind, too. Niggas from the outside complain what happened to you in jail, bro. Remember that. See, you ain't got no money. You broke as fuck. I'm the nigga with the money. Remember that. So I can do whatever I want to you. But by the grace of God, I don't rock like that. I fought hard not to be like you. And I'm not going to be like you. So if these niggas get at you in jail, it's because you deserve it. And I hope they blow your back out and leave you bleeding. Right? Just like when you send them kids to that church and they come out with a bloody ass like that. You're going to have a bloody ass, but it's going to impair you, nigga. You better kill yourself now. How about that? We have the Five of Wands that comes up. This brother is in competition with you, right? It also goes on to say this person is going to hold their position. So this brother's going to keep coming for you. But it's also telling you, collective, to hold your position when it comes to this brother, right? This brother done lied on you and said this and that when it was really them. They accused you of starting a fire when they started the fire in Brookside. When you was up on the counter getting a cereal, this nigga was starting a fire on the stove. And they went and lied and said it was you. All right? These are the same people that lied about your identity, so you can't trust these people. If you know what's good for you, stay away from this brother. Don't fuck with this brother. This brother is fighting with people. They're fighting with a Leo particularly. They're in competition with you, right? They exploited you. King of Pentacles reversed, right? They are in sick possession. It's like they feel like they own you. It's a sick possession. It's mental illness. This brother has emotional issues. Right? But being that you had some mother covering it up, nobody ever knew that. You knew that the boy was a loser, but you kept putting him up on the pulpit and preaching. And then he started banging the chicks out. Then he started touching the little kids, right? Then he started messing with Densmore and all of them, right? Then he went and called up exes, a couple of exes. It could have been 2 Virgos that this brother went into business with one of the Virgos because you have the business card where they went into business, right? Wasn't that business in Sonia or Shelton or something like that? This brother's guilty of embezzlement. This brother also has copies of his younger sister's IDs upstairs. Why do you have a copy of the younger sister's license upstairs? Why do you have that? So you obviously got all of our information. You obviously used it, and you let your hoes use it too. So when they blow your back out in jail, and when your ass is bleeding, don't nobody give a fuck. And you know, nigga, don't call me up. I ain't giving you one fucking dime. You better call up one of your hoes, whoever you worked with. Speaking of hoes, right? I mean, banging out best friends, cheating on his wife, all types of stuff, right? But let me tell you about the wife. The wife was making him do it. She kept fucking with his head. But that's the way his mother is. His mother kept playing with his head, right? The wife played with his head. So that's what I'm saying. You attract people like that. I don't want nobody like that in my life. That's why I don't fuck with you people. And Leola, you already know, if you show your ass on the street, I will beat your ass. Okay? I'm going to beat the bricks. So I'm going to take your little wig off. First of all, you look like something that fell out the back of my ass. You ain't never been pretty. Okay? I went out of my way to make you feel comfortable, because every time you would come to the house, I was wondering, why are you so secretive? Like, so I tried to make you feel comfortable. The whole time now I know you're manipulative, right? There was some stuff you ain't want the family to know, like you was swinging hoe. You ain't want nobody to know that, right? That you was giving diseases to my brother, right? That you was fucking everybody in the hill. Kiki, what up? Your baby mama, okay? She a hoe. She was diseased up back then, and that bitch diseased up now. And if you want it, you could bring your ass over here too, okay? Anybody could get it over here. All y'all niggas is under investigation. All y'all is. I don't give no fucks about you. You ain't getting one dime. Ain't no bailouts. Ain't no forgiveness. It's only pressing charges. That's what we gonna do. Because I don't know what the fuck you thought. I know you was a hater. And this girl would come to church dressed up like a witch. I just never thought about it. I was like, yo, she always wearing some weird shit. Like, real gothic. Like, and that's fine. Because we all go goth. But hers, like, after, it was just weird. It was real weird. And it's like, y'all supposedly not together, but you keep coming to church. You won't allow them to move on. So toxic exes like that, they refuse to let you move on, right? My brother was a victim of that, but he's also sick. So them two motherfuckers deserve each other. Somehow all of them got houses out in North Branford. I don't know how, right? I stopped getting invited to events. My mother purposely left me out, right? And now we know it's because she was stealing my money. So I don't give no fucks about nobody in that family. I don't care what happens to you, but I am pressing charges. That shit ain't changed. And if you feel like you could come over here and take my life, bitch, do it. I've been waiting to rag your ass for a long time. I'm gonna rag you. We could go hand for hand, and we could go we could go weapons. I don't give a fuck. You bring your ass over to my house, I'm gonna lay you the fuck down, either with my fist or otherwise. And that goes for everybody in your fucking family. Your mother's a prostitute. Robin, you're a prostitute. You've been a prostitute. Okay, Robin was the one sleeping with the two brothers, Wally and Marcus, okay? That's who her mother is. That's the type of hoes that these niggas be marrying. So ain't nobody checking for you. So if you feel like it, like I said, if you want that smoke and you want to bring your ass over here, bitch, do it, please. I'll be more than happy. More than happy. Without a fuck. I ain't got not a fuck to give. I'm trying to tell you. So in any case, Five of Wands, this brother is now jealous of you because he been jealous, right? Now he fighting with somebody in the family who's a Leo, all right? This brother is going to keep going. He's not going to stop. Whether he's in jail or out, he's going to try and plan against you because he's sick. Never got any psychological help because the mother's sick. The mother's off. So if your mama's sick, this is America now, right? This been America. Y'all got these sick mothers out here that be letting their sons do anything, and then they going to get up, oh, my baby. Bitch, please. If your baby go down, it's because the nigga deserved it, all right? Y'all keep looking at these people, oh, so-and-so got shot, but don't nobody want to hear the backstory about why. Don't nobody want to know about the mama was all hiding niggas and this and that. The parents don't want to take no responsibility. So if you got parents that don't take no responsibility, why would the kids, right? They're going to keep raping the little boys like this nigga right here, like he be doing? I'm just saying, I don't give a fuck. You got the right doggone sister. I'm going to keep putting my foot up your neck. Fuck you. Let me stop. I don't take one word back that I said. Any bitch that want it, you bring your ass over here. I promise you. You bring your ass over here. I ain't running from no nigga, okay? I'm not. So you could talk all this shit, but all y'all's hiding in the background, knowing that you did it, knowing that you all over the news now. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep making your life a living hell. Everywhere you live, nigga, you going to get on that predator list. Everywhere your hoe go, everywhere that bitch go, everybody gonna know she got AIDS. Everybody gonna know. I don't give no fucks about none of y'all. And I'm coming for that ass. I sure is with a smile on my face, bitch. What? Now, it says something here about glitches and delays to your travel. See, your brother is shamed, so he decided he was going to try and travel away to get away from this. Remember, he was celebrating over here. You was celebrating, you was doing all of this and that, and all of a sudden you can't travel no more. Why? What happened to your new job? You stopped traveling because you went to jail. Your jail calls is going over to this Leo who ain't fucking with you. This woman said that you started a bunch of trouble in her family. It says that you're surrounded by people who have very strong opinions, right? In your family. And this is particularly a Leo. Nothing comes easy to you. The cards say that if you would have waited a little bit longer, if you'd have rolled your lazy ass over and recorded a video, maybe you would be somewhere by now. But no, you decided that you was going to go talk to all of these people down on YouTube and do all this shit. So all of y'all is on YouTube. You already know what it is. You're under investigation. They know. And these people, when I tell you these people is shook to the core, y'all got the right one. See, the Fetties already know what it is with me. They already know. I don't care. I don't, because I ain't do nothing wrong. So I'm the best one. I don't give a fuck. And I ain't do nothing wrong. They love me. I tells it all, right? And you got a couple other hoes I'm coming for. I ain't gonna say nothing. We just gonna let them bitches get arrested. Hopefully the cops will show up while they on their live. I'm just saying. Anyway. Anything else y'all need to know? Yeah, it says the only competition is important to you. And you lost, because you always lose. You're a loser. You've always been a loser. Is there anything else here? Oh yeah, it just goes on to say that you're under pressure, and you can't travel, and you about to get on the predator list. So, there you go. There you go, brother. You ain't feeling too good these days, trying to steal stuff. House sales. You ain't got no house. The last time you sold a house, wasn't it in West Haven? That's the house that you have with your wife. You ain't have no other house besides that. She got a house after that, right? When she was sleeping with that Jamaican dude, the light-skinned guy, when mommy saw her in the hospital with the nigga with the locks, and she came, oh, she cheating on my son. That bitch been cheating on your son, and you know it. She came from a family full of cheats. Why is you surprised? Right? That's in her bloodline being a whore. She been a whore. And like I said, bring your ass over here so I can lay you down. Easy, nigga. Give me this brother's financial, whatever. Because it says he broke right now. Yup, your brother's infertile. He can't get it up, right? That's because he diseased up. So his sperm is probably filled with all types of diseases. It says he's infertile. Or that he ain't got no kids. Alright, he over there sucking the dick of another family's, whatever he doing. Letting bitches run all over him. You a dumb nigga. You always been stupid. I mean, every chick he get is a weirdo. You like this one, she crazy. He had one named Sarita, that bitch crazy. But she been off. And I see another one. She already know what it is. Girl, child. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait. We can do it again. We can do it again, girl. Don't play with me. You already know what it is, bitch. We have home base. This person is homeless now, or they ain't home. They either in jail, or they had to sell this property, and they're ashamed and they're trying to move on. They're fighting with people. Something with fights. What is this? Yeah, there's some tension with some rivals, clashes of egos. Your brother's doing this out of ego. First of all,